In the last race of the season, Jerez has a long lap penalty to serve for his crash that injured Iker Lecuona in the Superpole race. 24 degrees Celsius weather saw out the summer of racing with a weekend attendance of 41,735. Toprak Razgatlioglu and BMW have never won at Jerez, and Nicolo Balega has never taken a triple, giving both of the top two a target beyond the already settled championship. Once again, Balega threw his visor tear off at Razgatlioglu's wheel before the start, and as the lights went out, Balega led Razgatlioglu ahead of another good start from Andrea Locatelli, with Alex Lowes losing a spot. Michael van der Mark held 5th place ahead of Andrea Iannone and Petrucci. Lap 2, the fastest lap, was set by Razgatlioglu in 2nd place, a 1 minute 39.2 for 6 seconds, before he took the lead from Balega, skipping his rear wheel into turn 1. Van der Mark passed Alex Lowes at the end of the 600m straight leading to turn 6. British Superbike runner-up Tommy Bridewell crashed out at the end of lap 3, and Taz McKenzie crashed shortly after. Michael van der Mark continued his charge, taking 3rd place from Locatelli, who was then nudged by Alex Lowes back to 6th place as Iannone then took 4th from Lowes at the start of lap 5. Danilo Petrucci took 6th from an unsettled Locatelli. At the start of lap 6, Razgatlioglu and Balega were covered by half a second, with the fight for 3rd over 3 seconds behind them. 3rd to 8th place were covered by 3 seconds, Michael van der Mark leading Andrea Iannone, Alex Lowes, Danilo Petrucci, Andrea Locatelli and Garrett Gerloff. Lap 9, Razgatlioglu led Balega by half a second, with van der Mark and the other 5 riders in his pack 5 seconds behind them, and the gap was drawn out another 7/10 over the lap. At half race distance, Toprak Razgatlioglu led Nicolo Balega by over half a second, with Michael van der Mark almost 7 seconds behind him. Andrea Iannone tried to make a pass into turn 13, but he clipped van der Mark's rear wheel, leaving the BMW's transponder hanging by a wire, and had to run offline to avoid a crash, losing a place to Danilo Petrucci. Alvaro Bautista crashed out on lap 11, his 3rd crash of the weekend. Iannone tried the same pass he failed on van der Mark into turn 13, but this time it worked, putting him in 5th place behind Alex Lowes. Balega closed on Razgatlioglu over laps 11 and 12, under a quarter of a second covering them at the start of lap 13, and Balega looked for passing places throughout the lap, as he had more grip left in his tyres. Razgatlioglu was told to turn his traction control down a bit on his pitboard to compensate for the wearing tyre, as if he managed to hold the lead until Balega's tyre caught up with the wear. Razgatlioglu's front tyre had no such trouble, and he could hold the brakes to fend off Balega's attacks over laps 14 and 15. The pair lapped within 0.02 of a second of each other on lap 14, with Razgatlioglu a tenth quicker on 15. Further back, Dominique Egerter crashed out of the race. 16 of 20 laps completed, Razgatlioglu led Balega by a third of a second, with van der Mark over 10 seconds behind them. Over a second further back, Andrea Iannone was closing at the rate of half a second a lap. With smoke pluming from his bike, Philip Oetel pulled an exploding bike off the straight to start lap 17, bringing out the red flags.